Get back to the drawing board, bud. Without further ado, folks, final map of G2 versus Team Vitality. Someone's going to the semifinals to face FaZe. Somebody's year ends here.
Mary.
Nope. Nope. ZywOo's dead. What do you think about that? Ramsey is a very powerful room.
Jason and Harry could be Jerry.
Okay. You're cooking now. You're getting there. I love how we spend half of our time on ANUBIS just naming things. We've moved on from the map, and now it's just about people.
Yes. All right. There it is. Spinks. Expecting a big performance. Oh. Well, there it is. Hooksy. Through knocks one down. It's very lurky here.
All over the map.
Bomb in possession.
They tried to walk out middle. They tried to walk out B. They tried to walk out A.
Be walking down. Now they walk out, give the bomb.
It's tough to get anybody off of fountains here. So JKS gonna catch Apex and a third. Headshots. Headshot. Oh, no, it's just two. Excuse me. Rotate came through, killed the first. And so G2, they'll win their pistol. And Vitality didn't really show us much there. It was
No, they didn't.
Kind of flat. Kind of spread out. Like
They played that pistol like they played the map a million times and are looking for just to try something different, but expected to see more of an organized attack. And instead, it was just very lurky. I've never learned more from a pro about maps than I have from Monacy. Just watching a stream for a few days, which is just crazy because I have my 10,000 hours.
Yeah, you are also a nerd, so
yeah, yeah. So we'll see. I'm sure he's found some cool stuff.
Little smoke goes deep towards stairs. They've got Vitality just stranded out in the canals. Monacy from bridge catches 2 kills with the FAMAS, but he'll also be the death. Spinks finds one with the P250 and G2.
So here's a counter boost actually, organized quite quickly. I'd be surprised if someone still walks into this, but
right there was the chance. Apex caught Hunter, killed them through Ramsey. It's not every time that we actually see the CTs put a smoke here at this entrance. But they threw 2 smokes out of spawn this round, G2. One at the bottom of the stairs, as we've seen from other teams, and then one right here at the Ramsey entrance. So Hunter actually gets killed through it. Hooksy now gonna have to pick up the slack inside this site. He's got players creeping out on him. Oof, but from Glizzy, Hooksy holds. And Dupree is stuck on the other side of the smoke, but the distraction down in Ramsey is enough to kill Hooksy. Rotate out from Temple, niko empty-handed as he falls. And it's a 4 versus 2, looking comfortable for the Vitality squad. Damage versus Apex, Monacy, ton of impact here. With the kill onto Apex and the damage onto ZywOo, grenades to get the flash out. JKS pressing outwards, doesn't see anybody. And oh, they killed Dupree. However, Magisk brings it back from Ramsey. JKS on plat, cleared out. Wow. It's Magisk with the double. Gonna close it and give Vitality their first.
Everyone's just figuring out what to do, where to watch, and all these lurks that can come out are being very effective, and maybe that's why Vitality brought that lurky style to the pistol round. They've seen so many CT pushes. They've seen so much success from just individuals trying to put pressure by themselves. And here is that, Ramsey kill one by way of canals, long ranges from the T side. Nades can stop that pressure going into the stairs. We see Robs throw that from Robs. Robs got it from somebody else, but then Robs made it popular by making it so effective. Here's not getting thrown, of course, because there's not much money to spare for the CT side.
niko's got a Deeg headshot. Yeah. We never did get to the bottom of who Robs learned it from originally.
Yeah. Rain just said Robs learned it from someone else, I think.
Oh. Mystery of the game. Nice flank here. niko flanks Rugs. Climbed up without Dupree ever seeing it, so... Oh, but now Dupree... The AK just disappeared. Yeah.
He's playing directly in front of it on CT side.
Inviting niko for the walkout, but...
It's interesting. They were spamming from both sides, so... Oh... But there it is. Just found the space. One player here.
Yeah, Monacy caught. Didn't expect that walkout. Nice timing from Magisk. Perfect, in fact. The gun round crumbling.
I think immediately we see G2 need to play way more aggressively for their spots. They're getting smoked out of Ramsey beginning around starting 3B, and then having one person basically watch the exit. There's one inside A, and they're taking the deep control smoke on their mid and letting it go to the T side. Everything is just going the way of the T's too early on. So this could become very ugly for G2 based on the small amount of data that we have. It feels like the FaZe style would solve a lot of problems right now.
We'll see moving forward if they kind of get a bit more out there. It's tough to save over here for Hunter. It's tough to save anywhere, to be honest. Unless you can somehow get into the back lines of the T side. Feels like T's can just spread out and clear. And so Hunter swept away. Every single rifle from G2 hits the dirt. Vitality take the lead. Magisk finding Monacy with a nade in hand. Gets into cutout very quickly and will continue to press out. Again, tough to stop him. Oof. Careful. You know how powerful the ops are on Fountain, but opening kill is Dupree versus niko. He wasn't boosted. We've seen him try to go for the boost with 2 players in order to catch that, but he just gets the raw duel. Now HooXi stuck behind sight as Apex continues to wait. Once you have 1 player here, right? Double back towards long, and the split is powerful, but Incendiary will occupy Apex and HooXi for the time being. It's a close range op shot that they're going to need, and JKS is actually pushing on A right now. And with Apex revealing his position, this flank is going to come in huge. Then suddenly, that's going to allow for HooXi to turn the op back, but Spinks gets the double entry. Hunter and HooXi dead. And so JKS's flank is in vain. No hold in Ramsey, no hold on sight. Monacy gets one as he rotates around. But now Tease will turtle up and not give him another chance. Unfortunately, kind of boils down to the double Spinks entry unraveling that defense. They had the right players in the right places. JKS helped them out from the other side of the map, but Spinks just kept it too clean.
Well, yeah, that and they kept them busy with mid control at like facing forward towards mid. And without having control of Ramsey, when you're trying to fight towards the B site, you can't keep your back turned and play the pillar. We saw Yakinder playing over and over again. You just have so many less options, and right now they're not approaching mid in any meaningful sense from the top or the bottom. They could try to get control of it through the bridge so that Apex can't stand in the spot that he's standing in, but look at this, the beginning of the round Vitality, deep smoke on mid, just taking an open duel on niko who wants to try to fight it dry. It's obviously a dangerous game to play, and he's doing it alone.
Oh, ZywOo plucks him right before the smoke pops.
Same exact thing.
Hunter dead at the start of the round. HooXi takes his place.
I think the only thing stopping Majest from simply walking out is literally not knowing where Monacy's op is right now.
Right.
But he's been really flagrant about it, getting a lot of value here. Punishing Plat as much as possible. He's doing a good job of the pressure.
Nice bank nade out of niko from top middle. That'll be Dupree softened up, but ZywOo's waiting for second servings. Now with mid open, Dupree's going to find it. He's been looking for this fight versus niko, and the fact that there is no fight just allows for him to start to lean into what could be the potential A split. Monacy and Temple as well, quite passive, so that's just going to let Vitality get ever closer. JKS has to leave Fountain, and instead looks towards Connector. Monacy then takes a more aggressive angle, and this angle definitely helps out the site players. JKS picks up Apex, every single player from mid to A, finding success for G2. And so Vitality just kind of trip into a bad situation, but they'll also transition into an open B site. HooXi just dropped down off of the bridge, and ZywOo, taking his time with this bomb plant, is going to be in the open. Easy stoppage. No plant, no chance, and G2 with a round win.
Yeah. A cute little mid round there to get back to the other site to give themselves a small window, but HooXi's working on the next step for the CT side already, so well done. That's already been a problem in the past, trying to molly deep enough that you can shy the opera away.
They're smoking it themselves.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're smoking it themselves, which is odd because there's teams that default that with a T-smoke.
I feel like, okay, they're smoking it themselves and then spamming it. They're dying so many times though behind their own smoke, which is interesting.
Oh, niko, lucky to be alive. Not going to get a chance to run. As Dupree opens up 5v4. Done it again. ZywOo's just going to slide through it.
Nice. nothing here.
Position to give to Vitality.
Is they don't think that the smoke would have been disrespected, but they're also not watching it.
Honestly taking a deeper angle, and Dupree, dangerous game there. ZywOo,
Oh my god.
so many positions to clear, but I think he sees his, he sees him. So easy walkout there. HooXi just exposing himself to ZywOo. Dupree playing ring around the Rosie, gets back through, and all of a sudden, B-site question yet again. Apex easy plant, and G2 just get pulled in way too many directions. Separate engagements all the way of Vitality.
Ooh.
And they're gonna just try to lean back to the two-man save.
Yeah, for G2, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. That lurky play, and as well, like, you know, they smoked Ramsey late on the CT side as well, but then when HooXi falls back, like, by the time ZywOo's done clearing things, that smoke doesn't even exist anymore. They're just simply not watching it anymore. They don't have mid. They have someone lurking through. There's not really good option coverage, and especially with the style of play that's coming out of Vitality, it's so incredibly spread out and lurky. And Magic's doing a fantastic job of just making it feel like it's A all the time,
Right.
on top of everybody else actually working on getting into sites.
I think something that FaZe did better than what G2 are doing is if they want to smoke off front Ramsey to just, you know, whatever their purpose is, FaZe had a smoke that popped further, halfway in the canal, right? And that was allowing them to then push out Ramsey themselves, then take that deeper peek on like troll position down through the canal. Size up this A site again. niko, because he's low HP, has to just come play support, and m0NESY picks up the gap in mid. It's a dangerous angle. Dupree, who has had a tendency to play through doors, can get real close. I believe m0NESY just got smoked as well, so now they've just got 3 G2 players stranded inside this A site. That's going to force the rotate all the way back around spawn. Somebody's got to keep eyes on mid. Even HooXi now kind of preoccupied, so B does not feel comfortable. And in reality, Vitality setting themselves up for an A split. So this time they will get through the A connector, and Dupree catches m0NESY in an instant. JKS back sight. They've lost track of him. They've killed both his support players and then him as the third. A success story for Vitality on the A site.
Yeah, they've evolved in the game live, and literally just smoking their own molly and not having m0NESY opping in that same position is the only difference right there. m0NESY got like so much value out of his op, playing, you know, B-side towards mid. And it's really cool on this map how much fluidity there is for ops to play with. If you're playing inside of middle, you're covering B, you can come back within 2 seconds and watch A main. You can watch, the opposite. You can play and watch B main, and then you can come back to mid and watch the cross into A site like we just saw m0NESY do. If you're playing like Twist, you can switch from B main to watching mid via canals.
If you're Twist, you can do anything.
Yeah, seriously.
He was having a field day on ANUBIS.
Also, it feels like when people try to one-way in the backside around Cake.
Now this is nice. This is CT smoke.
Yeah, that's more interesting.
The phase one was still further down the river, but at least Hunter has more room to work, and you see it. You know, it's more information. It's a chance at a kill if ZywOo wasn't tucked into cutout. And Hunter catches Apex there. So, keeps him at arm's reach, so they think. In reality, ZywOo is still closer. And that could be the invitation to just walk up into this B site. Maybe Spinks does it on his own? No, sir. Deagle headshot out of HooXi. And there's a chance at the refrag. ZywOo comes out, kills Hunter. HooXi on his own, but still fighting, and doing so successfully. And if he has all of Long B to himself, well, then Sight feels very safe.
This bomb can actually be recovered. Still working on getting that gun back safely, but HooXi is just a couple of meters away from it. Oh no, he's got his AK, sorry. There's a chance Mad just finds him just floating back and forth. And it looks like he might catch a timing. We'll see. Yeah, that's one kill down. 2v3 now. niko, Deagle on the site. Sometimes good enough.
Sometimes. First shot's out. Oh, there it is. ZywOo, head popped. A nade meant for niko, but between niko and Monacy, the Deagles deliver. And that's G2 with a robbery of a round to give themselves a fourth.
Yeah, and we have to see what happens when G2 switch over. And if, let's say, Niko is being totally truthful about just the amount of time that he had to play, then, maybe he spent all that time talking about the T side. Maybe they just feel like they could phone in on CT, play their usual spots, and individually practice.
ZywOo trying to give chase. Playing this one a little bit quicker than the last time around. Fire forcing him in. He's got a smoke to keep himself alive, but barely. 20 HP. niko rotates through Temple. Nade could have killed ZywOo, but he evacuated back to the canals, and Vitality all starting to lean towards A, where G2 get aggressive. JKS and Monacy. Active round out of the A defense. Look at the reward. Yes, nicely done. JKS clean couple of shots, and man advantage back G2. But he doesn't leave. He sticks around with a nade out. It's going to be dupreeh to try and chase it down. Delivers a bomb to JKS's doorstep. And he knows that ZywOo's right on the other end. Both ZywOo and Spinks barely alive at this point, and walking into the scope of Monacy. Thought maybe JKS didn't have that support. In reality, G2 with number 5 queued up.
Yeah, there it is. Deep control of A main working out very well. On top of this, the smoke that's developing. The situation is developing inside of canals. It's getting a little deeper. Hunter's getting away with that kill a number of times now. And also staying alive. And while ZywOo is suspicious, wasn't willing.
But from here we build. Brick by brick. Monacy forward op in mid. Assembling a boost. Takes a chance at the shot. Oh, there it is. Contact. It's dangerous, right? Sometimes you just get caught on that contact. Monacy then, because dupreeh loves to go towards doors, that's 2 players here from G2 just caught on the walkouts from Vitality. And dupreeh's still looking for maybe another. niko getting closer. Gonna sleep out, but niko, nicely done. Keeps it clean, keeps himself alive, keeps the dream alive for G2's 6th round win. Hunter has to take his time here. They've got to get niko off this angle. But there's only one smoke left, and it belongs to Apex. They try to cross it dry, and that's gonna deliver niko a chance. Apex, clean trade. Hunter not going to be able to peek off of the bricks. Tries to burn out the Tut plant, and so Apex goes default instead. Smoke in Heaven going to keep things cooled. HooXi, long flank in position, so I think this one transitions to a save.
Yeah, it's a scenic route. It's a little slow. They could try to punish.
Poor JKS, just Magisk coming at him.
Yeah, and that one I wonder, why he picked that exact. I think he picked that timing because his teammate died, and that's why he was pushing out. But maybe he should try starting there a little bit more often, or like smoking the entrance to A main. I don't really blame anyone. Everyone I've seen play within this site has had a terrible time. Yeah. Like except for when there's like an op there. Or like Brokey on flat or something with an op. But with a rifle, I don't know.
Again, unless you have close support.
Okay, so here they were pushing with the smoke at least. So close support, yeah, definitely.
Up to his shenanigans again, because the T's have smoked it. But there's also a gap here, an invitation for HooXi to push. And sure enough, he's going to slide right through with Hunter's flashbang to help him out. 5v4 to G2. And HooXi's been doing a great job, I think, of controlling Long B. A second kill versus dupreeh looks good on him. And he doesn't technically have to come and fight this. He's got support from Temple, but why not? HooXi, 4 kills from Long B to Insight. He makes it look so easy.
He does. That was clean. A couple of taps there. Full control for HooXi, and he is on the search. They now know where Apex is, it feels like, via the audible. HooXi. Time to go get it, my friend.
JKS gonna find it instead. But still, big round from Rasmus. Double kill on his own towards Long. That flash from Hunter helped out wonderfully.
That name sounds a little Egyptian too.
Rasmus.
Rasmus.
top fragging Hooksy here. And they give him that one. T-Smoke keeps it weird. Zywoo on a deagle. AK's for 3. Apex just gonna try. Better keep eyes on long. JKS is feeling frisky. m0NESY rotates over, so we get that early 3-player B lean out of G2. Ramsey smoked again, so Zywoo's just gonna have to chill out. Hunter's gonna play inside it. Hooksy looking like he wants to go for that pop, but it's not just a player alone this time. We got multiple bodies. Oh! Dupree was playing counter flash to try and save Spinks from exactly that. But a double headshot out of Hooksy. Man advantage G2. Bomb tries to leave, but Apex gets clipped before that rotation can ever happen. And Zywoo's deagle versus the AK of JKS is not going to be enough. A nice little recovery here at the end of the half as G2 the bridge drop in a pistol. Who could have thought of that? Nobody other than Hooksy. Big brain play to the B bomb site, gets them a plant, but Zywoo's gonna take away that long support, and JKS caught on the fallback.
Oh, there's one more Glizzy Gladiator though, and he goes down.
The last is Hunter. It's a wraparound from Temple. It's a slow crawl and a long journey with the bomb not planted for him. Zywoo's already keeping eyes on top, and Apex gonna get killed, so now how do they deal with this? Of course, no kit, 10-second stick. Hunter trying to fight, and Magis doubles back, so we've got Vitality to a round win out the gate.
Yes, lots of pressure now in G2 to show us what they got on T side. They were clearly behind. I don't want to say the meta because we have no idea if, you know, FaZe's style is going to be the prevalent one or how things are going to develop. Some statements make it feel like, you know, they're being ranked 9th and 13th in the world.
I think it's just, you know, like G2 didn't even get to go to the major. That extra chip on their shoulder. So, 4 spies back and forth. Vitality used this against G2. And Zywoo gets caught by it, but he's still alive and kicking. 22 health. Magis takes a little glance out long. A gander. But dangerous game here for Zywoo to stick around. And he goes for the repeat because he thought with the smoke there things would go well, but it's a player ahead of it. Apex just caught throwing down utility. Ooh. You know, you'd think Zywoo's lesson would have been translated to Apex, but maybe he doesn't speak French.
Okay, if Spinks gets an ace in Ramsey, we call it Spinks.
Okay.
That would be, like, there has to be a call for Spinks on this map. I mean,
we'll find one.
Like, it's ANUBIS. Something has to be Spinks.
But he's 7 and 14, so
right yeah, now but we're on CT side.
Okay. Oof, m0NESY. Damn.
He's been one of the CT side animals of all time. Of this year.
True. Yes, Ramsey. This is Ramsey. If I keep calling it Ramsey.
Hey, by the way, you said it said Temple of Ra.
Temple of Ra, spelled R-A.
Yeah. But on the sign outside of it?
Yes.
But it says Temple of ANUBIS.
No, it's the,
and then underneath
it's the
subtext?
small informational sign.
Okay.
That's like out towards Troll.
Okay.
So, Temple of Ra.
Out of respect.
Oh! m0NESY. Nice headshot. Takes down one of the limited rifles of Vitality. So all of a sudden, that lead has disappeared. Force Wars kind of delays the full-fledged gun rounds of Vitality, so this is a good chance for G2 to get a momentum rolling early. Probably a chance to also, I mean, this is a great time for them to get a chance to just breathe at the start of a T-side, right? New map, first official, elimination on the line or semifinal. And you know that for the first 5 or 6 rounds, your opponent's economy is whack as hell.
Wow.
But Magis do be whacking. Hell, even grabs the M4. Free. We've seen what those deagles can do, and he's got Hooksy pinned on jail.
Tough. Nade's coming out now, though. Gonna be hard to get these deagles involved.
Oh, look at the
smoke this out, and this just gives Spinks open lines.
But JKS returns the favor. Now it's up to Dupree.
They don't-
Necessary double. Oh, AK grabbed. JKS off of the plant. Left or right?
Ooh.
Left or right? Good night.
Ooh.
JKS connects.
He's very good at smoothing angles when he does that in the 1v1s. He did that to Zywoo on Vertigo just now. Couple of clutches as well for Justin.
Mr. Savage.
Oh, wow, that was his third.
Clean air and a clean chance for G2 to continue their winning ways.
I don't like how quiet this map is from Vitality. They're letting what worked versus what worked against G2 work against them.
Zywoo looking for the mid fight. He's gonna stick around. Nice flash. And Apex assists Zywoo, who was kind of scrambling for a second. Fire at his feet, didn't know if there's multiple bodies chasing him down, but he gets a 1v1, and therefore Vitality man advantage. Now, this is that deep angle, right?
This could be a great AUG angle, actually.
It could be, but you're actually very exposed. Like, it looks like a narrow angle, 80% of your body's sticking out.
Right, so from there, all right.
From their perspective
is everything.
they're going to get a lot
And
of
the full
matches.
exec is coming.
But, yes, with an AUG, let's see if that can give him an added benefit. It will catch the first off guard. Two. Oh, okay. I'll shut my mouth because Magisk delivers with the AUG. Maybe that
Goddamn.
scope makes a difference. Maybe G2 are just not expecting it. Next time, someone's coming around that corner prepared.
Well, it's like maybe a nice balance between if you opt it, you wouldn't be able to fall off after your shot. But if you rifled it, you don't have like that perfect long distance accuracy.
And you can hold that left click.
Yeah.
I think the AUG helps. Oh, man. There's so many A players that are now going to play that angle because Magic just pulled it off.
Looking at Magisk right now, he looks the most comfortable playing A from both sides. On the T side, approaching it.
Yeah,
And
true.
the CT side, he looks like he's pretty comfortable right now.
Nice triple. All right.
And it feels like whoever's playing A is, a lot of the time, you're not getting a lot of help. Nasty.
Yeah, with an AUG.
Nice, Emil.
Nasamil. Can we take a look at Magisk again? He's just playing on plat, I guess, spotting. I'm really curious about how he's playing this now.
Yep.
See, yeah, smoothing off this angle I think is a really good idea. It's just a strong fight. It's a strong fight. They're the ones who have to turn the close corner on the boxes, right? So if you're super careful and you don't think they're opping, ooh,
Yes.
that's
now
that.
this
He goes
spot.
right up to his advantage and stops.
Yeah, this is a fun spot too. Hide behind the table. But how much further do you press your luck, right? Because once you hit this point, okay.
Oh, it was timing.
It's a matter of whether or not JKS is keeping eyes on him. But JKS has no help. We've got two players top middle. Monacy also there. So make it 3. He's going to peel away. Try to come and help Hooksy. They're looking for that B split, or maybe Hunter can crack open middle. Nico doesn't get any contact. We're down to the critical 30-second mark. And because Hunter's close enough on mid, maybe they try to transition into this A split. Magisk opening up a bunch of angles with the AUG. Hunter versus Apex in middle is going to be crucial. Surely Magisk can't do it all again. CT incendiary down just as he unscopes, and double pickup plus Apex is dead. Zywoo rotates into his death, and G2 sprint to an A site. Magisk just let off the scope.
Wow.
And we know that that is the death of an AUG player.
Yeah, that's tough. I wonder, but why though? Yeah, did he have a good reason essentially? Because like he had teammates, he didn't really have to rotate. They still were 2 on B. That was 5. They had 5 alive still. So maybe he should have just been patient there. We don't exactly know what happened. Maybe there's something that elicited his reaction. But look at this play from Hunter, finally getting into the spot in mid that he's been trying to over and over again. But he got countered a couple of times. Oh, tough.
3v2, get good spots.
Pill to swallow, and the G2 T side. It's 3 rounds from Vitality on the defense, but none of them consecutive. They've got an M4 and an AK between Dupree and Spinks. And Spinks gets caught with no kill. Dupree off of pillar, pressured. Hunter slides out, takes a bunch of damage, but at least he gets the space created, and now the op is meant to keep ZywOo back. Down to 14 health. m0NESY scoping on tunnel, waiting for the rotation. They needed those rifles to succeed, and it's simply not enough. G2 back to the B hit. Long has been their place to succeed, time and time again. 13 rounds, G2.
You're talking about Shades of FaZe after losing the very close Inferno game where they were close to a 2-0, which didn't seem like it would necessarily matter in the scope of the tournament because it was an elimination, and it would have just been a great result for G2, but they go on to lose in map 3, and now Vitality, they claw their way back into the second map. They open up ANUBIS. They look really good in the first half. It's the vast majority of T rounds.
Economic problems have played against Vitality for a long portion of this half. The last gun round looked great. They had all the positions. Magus scoped in, Apex on mid. ZywOo rotates and dies to Hunter.
I think this is a great approach from G2 because Magisk has been taking the space by himself. Even though he has an AUG and powerful angles here, the op is always going to be better. It just depends on the approach. But it's hard to kind of bait the shot and bait the swing at the same time. Especially since Magisk doesn't have to commit to anything. He has an AUG.
Does Apex have a flash out?
But they could molly and try to catch him falling off, or just force that smoke out early first.
Okay, front pillar flash. This makes the AUG powerful, but he has the flash out.
Is insane.
He peeks before the flash.
He peeks before the flash, but he peeks to know when they should flash, and that's the op punish.
Apex tries to slide underneath. Nothing from him. ZywOo, though, trying to be the savior again. And of course, he gets the double. Drops bomb, but there's a player down beneath him. And Hunter just killed Spinks. Caught him on the mid push towards Palm. We've got HooXi flanking through B. JKS's deep position. That's going to catch off Dupree if he's not careful. Whew. Sure enough, ZywOo, however, can he do it all? 3 frags, 20 seconds left. Knows that Hunter should be coming from long, and that internal clock is ticking. Where the hell is HooXi? The 5th piece of G2 about to arrive with 100 health, and ZywOo turns, but HooXi gets the 1v1, and with it, G2 14.
Yeah, they steal it. That's a big play. I mean, it forces ZywOo to respond, and there's a perfect person in position to punish ZywOo for his last rotation spot, and they make sure to look at the weird spots, but maybe in the back of the site with the guy who's likely to die. Full HP player comes out to trade, but ZywOo just had so much on his shoulders, having to get every single kill in this position. How could you expect that to take place?
Nice!
G2, go ahead and grab 14. And one thing I'll say, actually, on information, right?
Yeah,
so,
but peeking without it, man, they've got nowhere else to look.
Well, he shoulders it, and m0NESY's not looking at him, right? So he starts fighting. Then m0NESY hits this insane shot, actually. I think Magus saw that and would have hid behind the pillar and asked for the flash. If m0NESY was looking at him or missed or something like that, but I think that fast shot was faster than it looked.
Ooh, nice double.
Man, this is all falling apart for match point.
Yeah, this is 15 secured, no doubt. With those mid picks, every time they get them, G2 just lean into the A play, and so they'll be able to dodge ZywOo by the looks of it.
And this is the perfect way to use Hunter as well as the aggressive lurk inside of middle. It's the kind of position he'll, really take to. Saw Liege doing it really well. Can't remember who on FaZe on T side was doing it.
HooXi, even with such little health, just catches Dupree looking the wrong way. Honestly, ZywOo got to keep this M4 for the next round. Money is questionable. There's no way he wins it, and they need this gun. 15 for G2. I was nervous, man, because we go back to the start of this event, that close game versus FaZe on Inferno. We go to Ancient, they get blown out of the water, like mentally looking defeated, like they didn't have a chance. And then with how good Vitality started on ANUBIS, I thought we were going to get a near mirrored image. But they adapted.
Hey, there's still time to lose.
That's fair.
It is G2.
Okay.
They never let you down.
Only themselves. But Hunter gets just enough. You know, it makes you think, like, if they don't try to press an adaptation towards the end of that CT half, then they only finish the half with, say, 3 rounds.
I like the T side. And I've been obsessing about this whole A setup from the CT side because I think it's been really cool. We've like seen a lot of good things out of it. And in these last couple
grenades, and they'll need 4 straight here and now. Spink smokes it himself, but that's just an invitation. Nico's going to get closer. JKS is going to join him. And with already 2 players on long, yeah, don't be surprised when they just use this chance to transition into an instant 5-player B split. And so we need something out of Dupree. We need something out of Spinks. Bottom of the scoreboard from Spinks. Lays down the incendiary, looks away, dies at the hands of Nico. Now Dupree, also dead. And G2, believe your eyes. After disappointment throughout this year, they are 3 kills away from the semifinals. A chance to enact revenge versus FaZe, where they've already shown us greatness, and Hunter will not let this chance slide through their fingertips. Vitality thought they would have this, but a CT side that has fallen flat. Zywoo 15 health, and Monacy ready to put the nail in the coffin. They lean back, and with that off, they'll collect their kills, their 16th round, and their 2nd map in this series.